These two guys are about to pull off one of the biggest heists in their country's history. The problem? They're house painters who are terrible at being criminals. In this video, we're diving into the story of how two dudes, whose cars were literally being repossessed, decided the best financial plan was to just steal the bank's entire money truck. So, meet Derek Whitehead and Willem van der Merwe. It's 1970 South Africa, and these two buddies are running a house painting business that's making approximately $0. Suppliers are knocking down their doors, they're broke, and they're desperate. So they're on a road trip to Neisner, driving through these sleepy little towns, and they start joking, hey, you know what would be easy? Robbing one of these tiny banks. Haha, very funny. Haha. Except by the fifth town, the laughter stops, and they start taking notes. And they were like, hey, the money's insured, it's a victimless crime. They figured they weren't stealing from people, just some big faceless corporation. So they tool up, grab a third guy named Gilbert Mtembu, and pick their first target, the Folks Kass Bank in Uniondale in the Western Cape. They smash a window, get inside, and immediately freak out. Guys, the sun is coming up. People might see us, and they bolt. Mission failed. Attempt number 2. A Volksroost branch in Aberdeen in the Eastern Cape. Get all the way to the safe, try to cut it open, and bounce off it like a cartoon character hitting a steel wall. They go home with empty pockets again. Now here's where it gets good. Willem is sitting in a bank, getting lectured by a manager who's repossessing his car. But outside the window, he sees it. A security van pulls up, 2 guards get out, and they just leave the truck unattended for a full 15 minutes. A plan starts to form, a really dumb but kind of brilliant plan. The new plan. Forget breaking into banks, let's just steal the whole van. The only problem is the locked doors. They're not exactly keen on fighting a security guard for his keys. So, they decide to get a copy. First, they try to make the van break down. They sneak up to it at night and pour oil into the petrol tank. Nothing. The next night, they try water. Glug glug. And success. The van breaks down and gets towed to a garage. The crew follows it. Plan A is to distract the mechanics and make a putty impression of the keys. That fails miserably. So plan B, just snatch the keys off the counter, run to a locksmith, make copies, and sneak them back before anyone notices. It actually works. Now they've got a key, but Derek makes a classic rookie mistake. He tells his wife Jeanette he needs her to drive a getaway car. She's not thrilled, but she eventually agrees to follow them just in case. They get fake plates, rent a VW Combi for the money, and on April 27, 1971, they're ready. They try once, but the guards are too quick. They almost lose their nerve, but they decide to try one more time the next morning. The next day, it's go time. The security van pulls up. The guards go inside. Jeanette drops Willem off down the street. He strolls up to the van like he owns it, cool as a cucumber. He puts the key in, unlocks the door, starts the engine, and just drives away. He just stole an armored truck in broad daylight. He meets Derek a few blocks away. They transfer boxes of cash from the security van to their Combi. But here's the kicker. Some guy at a nearby warehouse is watching the whole thing. He thinks it's weird, but doesn't call the cops. He does, however, get a really good look at Jeanette. Whoops. The guys dump the empty money boxes in the Vaal River in abandoned vans, then go count their score. 240,000 rand. That's about 12 million in today's money. They did it. So what's the first thing they do? Go on vacation, obviously. Derek packs his share into the ceiling of his caravan and takes his wife and 4 kids to Neisner, arriving on May 1st at the Brenton-on-Lake Hotel. 3 days later, Willem arrives with his wife Marlene. Meanwhile, the police are baffled. They think they're dealing with a sophisticated international crime syndicate. They spend weeks grilling bank staff, thinking it's an inside job. But then, the pieces start falling into place. The mechanics at the garage remember some weird guys hanging around. The locksmith identifies Willem from a photo. The warehouse witness reports seeing Jeanette's distinctive Mercedes. The cops realize their criminal masterminds are just two broke house painters. Police track Willem to his in-laws' house in Bloemfontein and arrest him on May 13th. He spills everything. Cops storm Derek's campsite in Niesna, find the caravan stuffed with cash, and arrest him and Jeanette at the Little Switzerland resort in the Drakensberg. Only about 1,538 rand was even spent. In court, Derek and Willem get 14 years in prison. Jeanette gets a suspended sentence because she has kids to look after. And the two criminal masterminds? They only served 4 years before being released in June 1975. Gilbert got a separate 1-year sentence for the earlier attempts. This unbelievable story was first brought to light in the True Crime South Africa podcast. Shout out to them for the research. If you enjoyed hanging out with me and want more stories like this, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.